Good evening,
Recording
everyone.
in progress.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Yarmouth Zoning Board of Appeals. Today's date is August 14th, 2025. My name is Sean Igo. I'm the chairman of this board. This is a hybrid meeting and it's being recorded. We are going to call a quorum or a roll call to get a quorum. Mr. Martin.
I'm here. Eager? Barbara Murphy?
Barbara. Anthony.
I am here.
And I'm here as well. So having a quorum, we are ready to proceed. We have three matters on our agenda tonight. The first petition is petition number 5186, Michael and Rita Seradarian. Is that correct? Got it. Come on up to the tables. Yeah. The property is located at 33 Seminole Drive in Yarmouthport. It's in an R40 zoning district as well as the APD and Zone 2. The applicant seeks a special permit per 104.3.2 subparagraph 2 and/or a variance from section 203.5 from front and side setback relief to build a front porch and to raise and replace a garage with an addition. Good evening.
Good evening.
Would you identify yourselves for the record, please?
Michael Seradarian.
Okay.
And I'm Rita Seradarian.
Okay. All right. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit what you want to do?
We were planning to try to take the garage down and put in its place a master bedroom with a bathroom, closet, and a family type of room in the back that would kind of connect to the deck and out to the yard.
All right.
And we thought that we had met all the requirements, and so we came down to visit and discuss the building permit because we had finally finished the drawings we had been waiting for several months. And they said, you have a big problem.
Well,
which you
I don't know
need.
about a big problem, but
Anyways.
a stumbling block.
Yeah, the architect thought that the 15 feet setback was going to meet the requirements, and we discovered, no, it needs to be 20 feet. And the problem, so when I came down here, we talked to the assistant building commissioner, I think it was that day, and he said,
Could you speak up a little bit?
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the blower going.
Yeah, the blower. Anyways, they realized the house was not compliant to begin with. Seminole Drive, actually, a majority of the houses will not meet the 20-foot requirement because,
That's very typical of the town of Yarmouth, actually. Over the years, they've changed the zoning throughout the town, so houses that were built prior to the change in zoning become legally pre-existing non-conforming. So nothing really conforms anymore unless you're a new lot.
yeah,
Might be
maybe that was
some,
why the
exceptions. I
architect.
defer to Mr. Martin on that. but,
Oh, there are some things that conform.
some
but
things
yeah.
do.
Yep.
But at any rate,
So
it's
anyways.
very common for you to have to come before us.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
yeah, the architect thought that it was grandfathered in because all the dimensions didn't, so anyways, that's another story.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it clips one corner of the house, and then the other is the front porch is off by a section of the front porch. So basically, I took some photos of the other properties where we're really not near anything. We're not up against anybody's property. We have plenty of space around the house. If anything, their properties are closer to our properties.
Okay.
But hopefully, we're hoping that you guys will vote to let us move forward. Since the drawings are already ready to go, we were hoping to start the permitting process, so.
Okay. All right, well, I'm looking at your plot plan that you submitted to us, and I see that on the right side of your house where you want the addition was 21, which did meet the former setback requirements, and now it's going to be 15.7, and you need 20. Now, on the left-hand side of your house, your existing house is 17.6, so that's where you become non-conforming, but you're legally pre-existing. So
Yeah.
you don't need a variance. What you need is a special permit.
Yeah, that's what they
Okay.
told us.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because you're alter and extend under the 104 section.
Okay.
So, okay, is there anything else you'd like to add at this time?
No, we're obviously hoping that you guys would say it's okay and we can move forward, so.
Okay, all right, well, let's see what the board thinks. Mr. Martin?
Yep.
I don't have too much in terms of questions. I think the plan that shows the sideline setback that would, on that side, which was non-conforming at 17.6 before, it's going to be probably even a little more non-conforming if you figure in the covered porch, right? Another foot or two, yeah.
So,
Less. So it probably should really show that. But in terms of the front setback, you're getting down to 25 and some odd inches from the street instead of the 30. I don't think I had much of any other questions. We were looking for relief in a number of locations, and I think it's fine. I think your house plans are fine. I think the looks of the house is fine. Actually, it's a little strange, actually, the proposed right elevation. Almost looks like another house, in terms of the, when I look at the picture of that.
we.
Seems a little, is that door on the, let me see, look at the other plans.
The side door, the new addition would have a side door so we can get into the.
So that's the side door in the
So
new
we were
addition.
thinking that would be.
It's just
we'd
funny,
park in the
because it looks
driveway.
like another whole front of a house, you know?
Yeah, we were thinking that instead of going through the front door, and when we pull into the driveway, we would come in from that side door, because that would be the
Okay.
family room, take off your coats,
Yeah.
boots and whatever, and you can come into the house rather than going through the front door, so.
Yep, I see that on the house plan, and that's fine. Okay, I don't have any other questions.
Okay, Barbara, do you have any questions for the petitioner?
Well, I'm sympathetic. There's a letter in opposition from a neighbor, and I'm sympathetic to that.
Really? I'm surprised.
They don't need to be showing hardship. They don't need to show hardship.
No, I'm just concerned it's so close to the neighbor's lot line.
Yep.
Yeah, I just don't like the design or the closeness to the neighbor's lot line at all.
Which lot line am I too close to?
The neighbor too, if you're facing your house to the right.
The right.
Is that 31?
No, it's now gonna be 15,
Lot 11? Yeah.
7 feet. Before you were 21 feet off your side lot line, now you're 15.7.
And then on the side?
Side, are you talking about,
You're talking about this one right here?
3 Concord Lane house?
Yeah, right here.
Which neighbor, which neighbor are we close to here?
3 Concord Lane, yeah.
Yeah, we're 26 feet away with the new addition.
Where?
You want to show, I did
Where's Concord, where's the Concord Street house?
some measurements.
Are we looking at the back line or the side line?
Yeah. Try to think where Concord is.
3 Concord Lane. They're the ones that their porch is 6 feet away. So
Where's
their
that?
porch, their deck is 13 feet.
So,
But they just,
In reference to Seminole, where's Concord Lane?
right here, it's this wall.
It's this lot, so,
So they're complaining that we're too close, but we're not, I went out and did a whole bunch of things today. So this is the stake, they just had it staked. I had it staked, it's almost the same location, the surveyor.
Let me
So
tell you.
there's their part, this is their deck.
Mm-hmm.
So I measured from that stake,
See that deck?
Yeah.
I measured from the stake to where the new addition is gonna be, and it's 26 feet.
Okay.
So I don't know where they're saying they're too close.
And what is, what, yeah.
this is
Don't
where
be
I'm
breaking
concerned with here.
Yeah, but this is this guy.
Well, either way, I'm concerned about the
But I'm
tightness
assuming-
right there, yeah.
So I tried to show that too,
Yeah.
to show that So if you look, that's the house that you're looking at here.
Here. Yeah.
So he's set back off further. His house is way in the corner over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to say, we're not on top of him. So I kind of measured, knowing basically where those two houses were, to get a sense of, are we really encroaching too close to them? And
How far are they off their lot line?
so their ones I measured, so here's what I measured.
Okay.
Measured today. I wasn't thinking this was gonna come out.
Well, okay.
But anyways, so here's the garage.
Yeah.
So I went out 5 feet off of this garage, because that's approximately what we're adding to the side of the house. And then the
Well,
stake.
do you know how far he is off his lot line?
Yeah. There, 13 feet,
So he's only 13 feet off his lot line?
yeah.
That's the people on
That-
Concord?
Yeah, that are
All
complaining.
right, so
whereas
he's less than
he's
what
already
you're
encroaching
asking
much-
for.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
26 feet away.
Well, everybody, yeah, okay.
So
Okay, all right.
a lot of space around our house compared to him.
Can you leave these with us?
Sure.
Okay.
And then this one is, see the stake?
Yeah.
That's the stake right there. So the stake, just to give you a feeling for that stake, it's kind of hidden behind this thing. But that corner of this guy's house, which is this lot,
Mm-hmm.
that one I measured, so Concord line 726 feet.
Okay, okay.
I was out there measuring map, because I was thinking, what happens if they think it's too close? And I'm like, it seems like it's pretty open in the back, because once you get to this corner, that house is over here, and what's really encroaching is their porch. But they've always been encroaching on our property lines, so we're not really, yeah, it's 5 feet more over, but they're closer no matter what.
Okay, okay. All right, could you leave these with us?
Sure.
All right, we'll take these, and if you just want to go back and have a seat. and-
Sorry.
That's all right, no problem, thank you. All right, okay. Anthony, I know you can't see these, but we were just looking at some pictures of the neighbors to the right, if you're looking at the plot plan, and just the distance that they are. You see those, Dick?
Yeah, I looked at an overview from Google Maps and also from the application with the Old Kings Highway, so I see the plot plan and kind of where they are.
Okay.
I did have a question. This is more for the board. Sean, I think I might have heard you say that they don't need to show hardship. But are we making a determination first whether or not they need either a special permit or a variance? First, because I think that would be easier for us to.
I think they need a special permit because they're already encroaching on their left sideline, so they're already legally pre-existing non-conforming. So they're not, this is just an alternate extension under 104.3.2.
I agree. I just wanted to make
Yeah. I don't
sure
think they
that we
need a
understood
variance
that
on this.
because
If everything.
as we
if
commonly
everything
do, I think a
conformed-
special permit is appropriate, but a variance may not. But I don't really have any questions. I see what their plans are. Seems appropriate for the space and size.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Anthony. Did you have other questions, Bob?
No, no.
Okay, all right. Do we have something from a neighbor? I don't have anything in my packet.
We
From
Yeah,
the-
we do. It was late coming on the 13th. Came yesterday.
Mr. Chairman, there should be a letter right on, next to you. To each of you, each have one, yeah.
To that. You've been to Old Kings Highway, and you've got
Already
their
approved.
approval?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we have a lengthy letter here from Mary Beth Collings listing a number of reasons why she seems to be opposed to this. She lives at 3 Concord Lane. To whom it may concern, as an abutting property owner at 3 Concord Lane for over 40 years, I'm writing to express my strong opposition to the applicant's request for special permit and/or variance related to the above-related reference matter. The proposed project would have a direct and detrimental impact on my property, and I respectfully submit the following concerns for your collective consideration. Lack of a demonstrated hardship, I'm going to go past that one because they don't need to show a demonstrated hardship. Number 2, impact on my property use and enjoyment. Given the proximity of the applicant's proposed new master bedroom, bathroom, closet, and a family room to my long-standing deck, this proposal would significantly diminish my ability to enjoy my deck space. The applicant's proposed plan would reduce my deck views, the amount of sunlight on my deck, and the amount of natural light flowing from the deck area into the adjoining rooms, my family room and bedroom office. This is a single-story house you have, right?
Yeah, it's staying one floor.
It's okay, just a question.
Yeah.
Negative effect on property value.
I don't see
The
that.
applicant's proposed plan would not only reduce the value of my home, but also make it less desirable to prospective buyers. I have a similar detrimental impact upon other neighbors. I may have a similar,
It may.
it may have a similar detrimental impact upon other neighbors. And number 4, existing noncompliance and encroachment at 33 Seminole. Applicants have installed a stone patio and fire pit adjacent to their driveway in close proximity to my deck and home structure. This area includes outdoor seating, a shade umbrella, and plantings assembled around a fire pit used to burn wood. I do not believe that this fire pit complies with restrictions regarding structure and combustible distances. Naturally, I am very concerned that it poses a serious fire hazard to my problem. Coincidentally, I recently engaged a surveyor to identify and mark my property lines since the original markers were no longer evident. The intended purpose of this effort was to assist me making future landscape decisions. Interestingly, the surveyor's preliminary report indicates that the applicants have installed plantings on my property. Please also reference the enclosed recent photos in support of these points. Accordingly, I respectfully request that this board deny the applicant's request, which will be heard as part of the October 14, 2025 ZBA hearing. Thank you for your thoughtful review of my concerns. Sincerely, Mary Beth Collins from 3 Concord Lane. Okay. All right.
Do I get to rebut that? That's like really not nice at all. And we've friends with these neighbors. I can't believe they're actually doing that.
Well,
All the enhancements I've made have actually improved the property. Her backyard has nothing. It's trees, no grass,
well,
and my backyard, what she's looking out at is my yard that has all sorts of plantings.
I think so. I didn't hear them.
And I don't see that it obstructs her view because the house is not coming out that far. When they're sitting on the deck, everything is still wide open.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll have a discussion about that probably amongst the board, okay? But certainly you're allowed to rebut that, okay?
Yeah, because I've planted all these beautiful flowers and plants and hydrangeas.
Like they're on her property.
No, they're on my property.
And the stone patio and fire pit is irrelevant, that can be anywhere on your property.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
you
even
don't
a
need
fixed fire
setbacks for
pit, it
that.
can just be taken away. But the only thing that could be encroaching, I have some tall grasses. But all the other plants, if you come and you look at the stakes, they're all on my property. So I don't know what you're saying that I encroached because, and those plantings I've put in are beautiful flowers and lilies and she's sitting out and looking at all the beautiful stuff that I planted. There was nothing there before.
Well, you guys can probably work that one out. Is there anything else you'd like to add at this time?
No, I'm just amazed that they were actually sending this letter in because the garage, the addition's back, so their frontage is not really impacted by the house coming out, and plus it's single story, so I don't, I'm not going up. To see maybe if she's saying I'm going up, that I'm going to cause shadow effects or something, but what's there is basically the same height. The roof lines are not changing at all,
Okay.
so.
Is there anyone in the audience that wishes to speak in favor of this petition? If so, please come to the microphone. Seeing none, is there anyone in the audience that wishes to speak in opposition to this petition? Please come to the microphone. Seeing none. Do we have anybody with their hand raised, Dolores?
No, Mr. Chairman, but let's see.
Hi,
Sir, could you identify yourself, please?
my name is Michael Hendricks,
And,
and I'm an occupant of 7 Concord Lane.
I'm sorry, sir?
7 Concord Lane.
7 Concord Lane.
Right, I'm in a butter.
Okay, all right.
And just for your information, I am lot 10.
Lot 10, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're-
okay,
they're-
I
They're
see
the
ya.
house right behind me that
Right.
I was trying to measure to your house.
All right. Go ahead, sir, tell us your
Okay,
thoughts.
basically, I don't have any opposition to my neighbors building an addition. They're certainly entitled to do whatever they want within the law. But it's tight. It's a tight corner because there's a cul-de-sac that runs back there. That's Concord Lane. And, the law states 20 feet. And that should be held. And now it's another 5 feet closer, and it's just getting tighter. And I would just like to see the law adhered to, that's all. And I'm surprised to hear that the architect didn't do his homework on that.
Well, as I said to everybody, well, before this, maybe not everybody, but they've changed the zoning in Yarmouth, okay? When this lot was created, it was not R40 zoning.
That's
Which
right.
means you need a minimum of 40,000 square feet. This is a 12,000 square foot lot. How big a lot do you have, sir? About 12,000?
Probably, I have no
If you
idea.
wanted to do anything to your house, you'd have to come see us. See, nothing conforms. That the building department says you don't conform, you have to come see us at the Board of Appeals. So we have to try to make a judgment call, best of our ability, under the bylaw, and we apply the criteria, and then we make a determination whether they meet the criteria of the bylaw. If they do, then we'll grant them a relief. If they don't meet it, and then we'll deny the relief.
Well, in this particular case, I mean, I understand that. But it doesn't meet the criteria of the bylaw, coming in an extra 5 feet.
Well, that's a determination for us, and the voters of the town of Yarmouth charged us with that ability to determine that, so
Oh, okay,
that's why
so-
they're here tonight. And
but
we'd be
I'd
treating
be
you
on
the
record
same way
opposing
if
it.
you wanted to do something on yours.
Okay.
So if everybody was just, it's 20 feet and nothing, we'd be out of work.
But put me on record, I oppose to it.
Okay.
Stick
thank
to
you
the
very-
20 feet.
Okay, thank
Okay?
you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Seeing none. Is there anything else you'd like to add at this time, ma'am, sir?
The 20 feet obviously is not met, is met for most of that addition. All the other setbacks are met for it's just that one corner that's clipped when you look at the plot plan.
I see.
So it's not that we're not meeting the 20 feet, it's one triangular section that is what we're asking relief for, because the rest of it does all meet the requirements of the setbacks, in the front and the sides. So majority of the addition actually does meet the requirement, it's just that one corner, so.
Okay.
Which is like 10 by, I measured it, it was about,
Yeah, I think in the area where,
it's like 10 by, 10 feet long by 5 feet wide.
Yeah.
That triangle.
in the area adjacent to 3 Concord, you've got your 20 feet anyways in that area.
So all of those meet the requirements, so obviously we're really looking for relief for the triangle corner that is, to keep it square. Otherwise, I don't know, I'd have to come up with a weird,
Yeah, you're not squared to the lot as well,
yeah.
so that's,
So,
okay. I guess what they did is they tried to square you more to the road than to the lot.
yeah, so it is a clip at that corner of the addition that does not meet the requirement.
Okay.
So, but the rest of it should. And I guess the only other thing is the front porch is obviously, I don't know, what to do about that. But really, we're not looking at the whole addition being not compliant. It's just one corner, so.
Okay, all right, thank you.
So,
All right, does the board have any further questions for the petitioner?
You been to Old Kings Highway?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Anthony, any questions?
I do not.
Okay, all right, we're going to close the hearing to the public, open it up for board discussion. Anybody prepared to, Dick, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think what's being looked at here is certainly no more problematic than many things we've approved in the past. I think it's a attraction to the house. I don't think it's terribly close to the neighbor who was complaining's property, at least in their area of the lot. Petitioners have said they planted a lot of nice plantings there, which can be seen by the pictures. And I think the little porch in the front, which requires, again, a little bit of relief, but I think that that's an attractive addition as well. So I don't see any reason that we can't approve this.
Okay. Anthony, your thoughts?
He summed it up adequately for me. I would be in favor of this project. I don't believe it's substantially more detrimental to the neighborhood. It conforms with what the neighborhood is like, and I think it's a welcome addition.
Okay. Barbara, your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't have anything to add. I'm sympathetic to the neighbor. But, other than chopping 5 feet off your back family room, I don't know.
Okay. Well, we run into this problem. Again, you got an R40 zoning district, and you have a 12,000 square foot lot. Okay. This is probably the result of, 10,000 square feet when they,
yeah.
when they originally developed this, which would have required, a 6-foot setback, Dick?
Unless it was is that open space? I don't think so.
But generally,
Yeah.
10,000 square foot lots in the old days were required that you could have built right up to 6 feet to the lot line. Then they go to town meeting and they change the zoning and say, we're gonna go to 15,000, then we're gonna go to 25, and then some places like Yarmouthport, they go to R40, which means you need a minimum of 40,000 square feet, which means you need to be 20 feet off your sideline setbacks, 20 feet off your rear, and 30 feet off your front. Well, when you got a house that's sitting here now, that's on a lot that's less than 1/3 of what you need, okay? It's very hard to meet those setbacks. You're not even meeting them right now.
No, I
when
know.
they change the zoning. Your left side is non-conforming. The neighbor to the right that is in opposition to your petition, she's not conforming either. In fact, it seems that she's even closer
Yeah,
than your
she's more
proposal.
encroaching, yeah.
Okay? Not that we're holding that against her, we're just trying to show that it's very difficult. I'm not sure about this gentleman's house here that's in opposition, but
He's a little bit
I don't know if he meets all of his setbacks as well. He
Fred's
may,
dimension, yeah.
okay. But in an R40 district, it's very hard to do with a lot that size. So we see this a lot. We're sympathetic to people that want to do things to their houses. We understand people want to upgrade their houses, they want to remodel them, they want to be able to do what they want to do. They go to the building department and they say, you know what, you can't do that. Why not? You don't meet the setbacks, so I can't issue you a building permit. I mean, on paper, everything looks fine, looks like you got plenty of room, so then they send you to us. The voters at town meeting approved a bylaw that said that if you don't meet them, you come to us for one of 2 forms of relief, either a special permit or a variance. There's 2 different criterias. The criteria for this, a special permit, is that it's not substantially more detrimental to the neighborhood than what is there now. So in terms of what we're looking at, that's the prism that we look through to determine that. Personally, I looked at this, while I'm sympathetic with the concerns of the neighbors, I do have to say that I think this is not more substantially detrimental to the neighborhood. I think it will probably fit in quite nicely. If any of your neighbors want to do anything to their property in the future, I'm sure they're going to have to come see us, because I'm looking at all the lots and they're all about the same.
Yeah, they are.
We'll deal with that. But in terms of your particular project here, I'm in agreement with the others that I think it's not substantially more detrimental, so I do think you meet the criteria of the bylaw, so.
Sean,
To support.
Sean, I just had a late brainstorm here as usual. Having been around for more than a century or so myself, I think this subdivision is relatively new, but I think it was an open space subdivision. And because there's a part of a lot up the end, I know there was part of the open space, and I think on the other side of Seminole, there may be toward the water there, that was open space. If it was an open space subdivision, I think the setbacks required are much less in terms of that, and I would think that they would still apply. I'd have to look them up because I didn't have the forethought to do that before,
I
so.
think that would be something we'd want to send them back to the building department,
Yeah.
but we can,
Yeah, you may not
We
even have to
can
be
look
here.
at this, yeah.
It's possible. Yeah.
he's kind of our encyclopedia.
I
Knowledge that a lot of us don't
things
get.
were built, yeah.
Yeah, there was some issues with the back property line on this whole subdivision, too. They did it
Yeah.
wrong, and then it had
And
to
the
be
open
redone.
space subdivisions require less setbacks, both side and front and everything, so it's possible. I'd have to look that up and then look up the date of your subdivision and see if it was an open space, et cetera, so.
Well, is anybody prepared to make a motion?
I guess I can do that. I will. I would make a motion to give a special permit. Let's see, per 104.3.2, number 2, as requested. And I think it, in saying that, I think it meets the criteria that we need to apply here one way or another.
Okay. Motion made by Dick. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Barbara. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none. We're going to take a roll call vote. Anthony?
Aye.
Barbara?
Aye.
Dick?
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. That passes 4 in favor, none opposed. Now, there's a 20-day appeal period after the decision is written or filed with the clerk. After that elapses, Dolores will contact you, and you take your special permit, go over and record it at the Barnstable County Registry of Deeds, and please bring a copy back for our records.
Okay,
You have any questions?
thank you so much.
All right, best of luck.
Mr. Chairman, there's also the variance.
Oh, we have a variance, yes, also, and you don't need the variance, so what we're gonna ask you to do is to request that you withdraw that without prejudice, okay, because you don't need it. Otherwise, we have to take a vote on it, and you would, then we'd,
I don't know that I did that. I thought it was a special permit. that
well,
was-
you ask for both forms of relief. It's just just in case, it's just smart to do it. It's always best to ask for more than less, yeah, yeah.
So how do I withdraw, just saying it now?
Just, do you
Just
just
request
request
it.
to withdraw it without
Withdraw it,
prejudice?
All right, withdraw.
Okay.
Just go
We have a-
back to the town, or do I say it here?
Say it to us,
Okay.
yeah.
Withdraw without prejudice. please.
Okay, there's a request to withdraw the request for variance without prejudice. Do we have a motion to that effect?
So moved.
We have a second?
Second.
Second it. Anthony, how do you,
Aye.
Barbara,
Aye.
Dick,
Aye.
and I'm an aye. That's request for variance is withdrawn without prejudice. Thank you very much. Best of luck. Thank you.
I do have a question. So now if they're in appeal period, what happens if this person?
If they appeal?
What happens then?
Well, that would be, they would have to appeal either to the Superior Court or to the Land Court. That would stop this during the appeal process.
That's interesting. I don't know why she's so against it.
Well,
It's like the
we'll
property's
see how
gonna-
it goes.
will enhance the
That doesn't
neighborhood.
always
Yeah,
happen.
don't expect the worst, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised. And she never comes to the house. She's only there like once every couple of months, so. Anyways, okay.
Thank you very much. Have a nice
Good
night. All right, the second matter on our agenda is petition number 5187, Benjamin Dupel. I'm right up, doing business as Quality Productions LLC. Property location is 46 Commonwealth Ave, Unit 4. It's in a B3 zoning district as well as the APD. In Zone 2, the applicant seeks a special permit per Section 202.5 and 406 for E8 use to relocate an existing screen printing business and to allow for storage of screen printing materials. The applicant requests a waiver from the requirement for a certified site/plot plan less than 2 years old. Good evening. Could you identify yourself for the record, please?
My name is Ben Dupel. I'm the owner of Quality Productions.
Okay. And so, Are you moving from one location to another? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, so I'm currently located on 657 Main Street in West Yarmouth, right across from Captain Parker's.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I'm planning, hopefully, to move to 46 Commonwealth Ave in South Yarmouth.
Okay. And I know this petition was here in front of us many years ago for an approval for Baines Electric. We approved a condominium. So your use is the E8 use.
That would be correct.
Okay. 3. Yes, okay. Here. So, if I could just ask you a question, tell us a little bit about the printing business. What exactly do you store inside?
So in terms of what I'm looking for relief for, in terms of storing materials, the town deems our inks, any of our cleaning solutions, anything that can't go down the sink into a septic tank as being hazardous, with the exception of our non-hazardous wastewater, which we also retain within double-line vats inside of the shop itself. So with the relief that I'm looking for, the town, within the APD, it only allows for 10 gallons of storage of what is deemed hazardous materials. And where we are now, currently in West Yarmouth, that doesn't apply to us, so we're able to hold all of our inks. In being a smaller operation where we are now and where I want to take the business in the future, that 10 gallons just wouldn't work in either location. So I was looking for 150 gallons to store our inks, cleaning solutions, solvents. So I don't like the word solvent. It sounds like a nasty chemical. But anything outside of the scope of standard hand soap.
Okay. Okay. Did you happen to meet with Mr. Lawson
Oh yeah. Carl and I have.
over, and he
Yep.
did an inspection, and you
Yep.
two had a chat? And
Oh yeah.
he
So
voiced his concerns, and you indicated to him everything that you were going to have stored on the property?
Yep. So Carl and I have been working very closely over the last 2 weeks to make this happen. We've gone through numerous ideas in terms of, God forbid, in the event something were to happen and the building were to burn down, our inks were to melt down into a liquid form. We've talked about numerous ways to build up berms to retain those what would be liquids in the event for that to happen. And based upon what we've discussed, he sees no issue with what would be compliant down the line. And in reality, not much is changing.
Okay.
It's going to be relatively the same business. Just our storage of raw materials to conduct business would increase as our manufacturing capacity increases.
Okay. And did you see a copy of his memorandum?
Yep, I have it right
You
here.
have a copy of that? You've read it over carefully?
Mm-hmm.
Are you planning to comply with all of his recommendations and requirements?
Absolutely. So the previous owner of the business before me, Steve Slosby, he's gone through regular health inspections since 2009. And I like playing by the rules. I'll do what needs to be done to facilitate good, fair business. Absolutely.
No, we think you will. The concern that we have, and it's not to you specifically, but anybody that comes in that's working with materials that may be hazardous to the environment and the water supply, because you're in the APD, which is the Aquifer Protection District. So anything that leaks down has the potential to go into the water supply. So everybody that comes before us in these APD districts we really look to Mr. Lawson and the Health Department to provide us with the roadmap and the requirements. And so what we always do is we incorporate his memorandums into any decision that we make, should we decide to approve this. And we expect the petitioners to comply with all of those requirements. That's not a problem, correct?
Not an issue whatsoever.
All right, okay. Right now, I'm going to go to the board members, see if we have any questions for the petitioner. Barbara, do you have any questions for the petitioner?
Yeah, in one of the conditions, it talks about a sufficient supply of inert absorbent must be maintained in the site. What is that? And where would it be on this plan?
So that would be essentially what would be used commonly in like an automotive shop if there's an oil spill. That it's like a powdery substance that you pour over it and absorbs it, scoop it up. And I believe in here somewhere it discusses there's going to be a specific aluminum barrel that in the event we need to dispose of anything involving a spill, it would all go into there specifically designed for getting rid of that material. There will be a specific cabinet, a spill cabinet, with flame retardant blankets, spill mitigation materials, as well as like clean it in the event someone gets, a chemical in their eye, washout materials as well.
So where would this absorbent material be?
So
Where would you have it?
that floor plan
Yeah.
is a relatively rough floor plan. I'm
Yeah.
still working with a builder to finalize true blueprints for it. That would probably be located in one of the bathrooms or just outside of the bathroom because there's 2 bathrooms with a wall in between.
Right.
Probably just if you can see where it says press, that would be where the screen printing press is.
Yeah.
Just to the left in between the 2 bathrooms,
Okay.
closest to where a spill would be most
Right,
likely to
okay.
happen.
All right, thank you.
Anything else, Barbara?
No.
Okay. Anthony, do you have any questions for the petitioner?
I don't. I have a board question, but I'll wait to hear from everyone.
Okay. Dick, questions?
No, I don't think I have any questions. If, as long as Carl and the Health Department are happy and we make it subject to the condition recommendations of Mr. Lawson, I think that I'm happy.
Okay. Well, he does have some he has some requirements here on page 7. Like I said, our general practice is to incorporate the entire memorandum into the decision. So whatever it says in here, even if we don't say it in this hearing, is going to be incorporated into this decision, and it's a requirement upon you to follow this to the T.
Correct.
Okay, and sorry for the pun.
No.
Yeah.
Good one. It's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I didn't do that on purpose, I didn't. Okay, just
in terms of, so I do have a question about that. In terms of following it to a T, where it says the containment of 150% of what would be stored within that bermed area, there are a few different, Carl did a few different potential, like, length by width by height measurements. The measurements listed within the memorandum, as long as it is containing that 150%, does it matter how we get to that 150%? Because,
no, but well, I don't think so.
okay,
This is what I'd like you to do, because that's a little bit of a question that I don't really know the answer to. I don't know that any of us know that answer, but that's a good question. What I'd like you to do, though, is just get with Carl so you two are on the same page and understand. I hear exactly what you're saying, and I appreciate you bringing that up. Because essentially, you're going to do it, but you might do it in a different configuration. Is
yeah,
that what you're saying?
I just don't want it to be like, oh, well, here it says 8 by 8 by 16, but
No,
it ends
I
up
think
being,
there's a couple of different
yeah, he listed a few different
There's a couple of
different
different
ways to
options
get
here,
there.
So, however you can make that happen, just as long as it works.
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
And if you have a question, just get with him. And-
Yeah. Yeah, he's been,
They're
this
very,
whole
very
process,
good.
he's been
Yeah,
spectacular.
okay. So just on the requirements, I just want to go over to, you understand you must register annually, correct? No materials may be discharged to the environment.
Absolutely not.
No outdoor storage of materials is allowed, correct?
Nope, not
All
allowed.
materials must be protected from vandalism.
Everything's inside?
All materials must be stored inside secondary containment of 150% volume of the total amount of materials stored, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And that also does apply to our non-hazardous wastewater as well. We are currently storing it
All right.
in our current
Containers
location
and
that way.
materials must be stored in such a manner to facilitate visual inspection of each container.
Correct.
So if somebody wants to take a look at it, they can. Any waste material must be properly disposed of by a licensed hazardous waste hauler.
Yep.
Do you have one of those? Do you take stuff?
So in our current location, we're not producing any hazardous waste, and quite frankly, I'm looking for ways in this new space to not produce hazardous waste. There's numerous eco-friendly chemicals that are labeled as non-hazardous. It's ultimately going to be up to Carl if he in the town deem them to be non-hazardous. But we're not generating any now. Our non-hazardous wastewaters pulled out by Bayside. But in the event that we do produce hazardous waste, it'll be removed by Clean Harbors.
Okay, all right, very good. Absorbent materials must be kept on site for use in the event of a spill. We went over that. And the safety data sheet for each toxic or hazardous material must be maintained on site and readily available. You'll have one of those?
Correct.
Okay, all right, okay. Is there anything else from the board?
How many other employees are going to be working with you here?
So currently, I'm a one-man show. I have sales reps that go out and facilitate business,
Yeah.
but no formal employees.
Actually on site here?
No one is on a payroll, like a formalized payroll.
Okay.
I'm a one-man operation. But going down the road, the inevitability of having to hire people is, a reality of business expansion. And I haven't really had the time to think about it recently with all this going on. But I anticipate over the course of the next year and a half, 1 to 2 more people coming on board.
Okay.
And that's something to think about in terms of.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Anyone else? Do you have any letters from anyone to us?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Anyone with their hand raised?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Anyone in the audience wish to speak in favor or opposition to this? I see none, no. Okay. Anything else you'd like to add at this time?
No, I want to say thank you for everyone's time tonight. I really appreciate it.
Oh, we appreciate your time as well. And we appreciate your business in town, too.
Thank you.
And you've been here for a while, and we want to,
Yeah, I believe the previous owner moved the business here in 2005, so he's been on Route 28 for 20-something years.
okay,
So,
very good, very good. Okay, well, if there's nothing else to add, we're going to close the hearing to the public, open it up for board discussion. Anybody wish to begin a discussion or to make a motion?
Yep. If nobody has anything to discuss, then I will move to approve petition number 5187 for a special permit per 202.5 and 406 for E8 use, et cetera, et cetera. Subject to any of the requirements in the letter from Carl Lawson.
And can we incorporate that
And the
memorandum
other-
into your motion?
Pardon me? Yes,
Yeah.
and that would be, this would be part of the motion, actually, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And I guess the other, so both the license condition recommendations in that and the health department requirements.
I think he's fully covered everything in there.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we have a motion made by Dick. Do we have a second to the
I'll
motion?
second that.
Anthony seconds the motion. Do we have any discussion on the motion? The only thing that I would add to it is, I think the petitioner has met the criteria of the bylaw, specifically to Section 406. I think the necessary safeguards to the water supply have been supplied as usual, and with many thanks to the Health Department for their great work that they do, especially giving us these guidelines that we so necessarily need, because this is not our expertise, it's
Yeah.
theirs, so we look to them. And we're fortunate enough to be able to incorporate these memorandums into our decisions, which safeguards the water supply. Not that you'd ever do anything to do that, but it's great for us to have. With that, is there any further discussion?
Nope.
Hearing none, we're gonna go to a roll call. Anthony?
Aye.
Barbara?
Aye.
Dick?
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. The special permit is granted. As you know, there is a 20-day, well, you may have known this from
Yeah.
listening to us before. After the decision is written and filed with the town clerk, a 20-day appeal period must lapse before we can issue you the special permit. Once that time period is lapsed, just Dolores will contact you. You pick up your special permit, take it over to the Registry of Deeds and record it, and bring a copy back for our records.
Awesome.
Any questions?
Nope.
Okay, we wish you the best.
Good luck with your
And
business.
continued success in your business.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, here, let me. All right, give me 1 second here. All right. All right, the next petition is petition 5188, William and Jeanette Hassapidis. Okay. Property location is 24 Scollop Road, West Yarmouth. It's in an R25 zoning district. The applicant seeks a variance from section 203.5 for front and side setback relief to build a 16 by 24 shed. The applicant requests a waiver from the requirement for a certified site/plot plan less than 2 years old. And we have a memo from the conservation agent that we will read into the record in just a moment. Good evening, sir.
Hello.
Could you identify yourself for the record, please?
My name is Bill Hassapidis, live at 24 Scollop Road, West Yarmouth.
Okay. Tell us what you want to do. We pretty much know, but tell us a little bit about your property.
My dream is to retire down here someday, so I'm looking to build, it's a shed. It's a 16 by 24 shed. It's a prefab, kind of like a Reed's Ferry type of deal, one-day installation. That'll give me plenty of storage for all of my junk at home that I refuse to throw away when we move. It's in it's the north east corner of my lot. I have a 37,000, I actually have a double lot. So it's in the far corner. I'm in the middle of Scollop and Quail, so it's in that back corner by Quail Road. I have about 36 and a half feet from my back property line, I know Quail's considered another frontage, to the end of my driveway. So that roughly centering it, that's why I'm requesting the 8-foot setback from Quail. That will leave me about 3.5 feet from the edge of my driveway. And then proportionally setting back from my neighbor, so that it'll be a nice sight line from the end of the driveway when you're approaching. There's no direct sight line from any neighbor to where the building will be, because it's in the corner. That's pretty much it. And Sean was out today to see the live in person.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Barbara, do you have any questions for the petitioner?
Yeah, so you've got to kind of tight back in that corner. Can't move it?
Well, so you have the picture, so you'll see the edge of my driveway from
Yeah.
the 24 span. The edge is about 4 feet. So I could request or move it 4 feet over, then it would be on top of my driveway, which then makes kind of a not very appealing looking situation. So I wanted to leave a little buffer so that I could do some landscaping or something against the side of the structure. In terms of moving it forward into my yard, just doesn't,
No, I was thinking moving it more,
from Quail.
yeah,
Yeah, that's just,
more to the left.
yeah, that's towards my driveway.
Maybe towards your house.
Yeah, no,
Into
towards,
your backyard.
yeah. So
Oh,
it's
you mean from, so that's from the back or the side from the
side, yeah,
abutter?
moving it in
Yeah,
from the
then it
side.
would be, then it gets tricky because then coming in from the driveway would be partly cut off and it's just aesthetically not.
What would be partly cut off?
So my driveway runs like this, the building, where I'm requesting to put it is so when you look down the driveway, you see the full building.
Yeah.
Moving it forward, it starts to get close to the edge of my garage, and then it's just not as aesthetically appealing, and then it leaves a big gap behind it, which would be dead space of, just dead space, so that's,
He actually, I don't know if you had a chance to go over there today. I was actually over there today. And I see where he wants to put it. You look at it and you say, it looks like a lot of space over there, but when you take into consideration where the house is located on the lot, and then to the left, you've got wetland requirements, and
Yeah.
he's got his backyard's all finished and everything. It's really, it's kind of really the only place it can go, is right there. So I think that's the reason why he's got it in that corner. I had the same, when I was looking at this myself, I had the same questions
Yeah.
when I was on my way over, and I'm thinking, looks like a pretty good sized spot. Why can't we just kind of move this
Move
around
it,
a few
yeah.
feet and then we'd be all set? But when I get over there and I was able to view it with the petitioner, I kind of understood what his request was all about. So that's,
Okay.
if that helps you in any way.
Yeah, well, all right.
Dick, questions?
Okay, so we have a 384 square foot shed, which is bigger than a typical up to 150 foot.
150. He's in an
Yeah.
R25,
Foot.
so he's supposed to have 20 off the back, and he's supposed to have 15 off the side.
Right. So we're looking at 8 feet from both that and the street. And being the size of the structure that it is, here we are having a building structure that's only 8 feet from a road as well.
it's 8 feet from my property line.
there's
There's
no
another
road
7
there.
feet to the edge of Quail Road, so it's about 15 feet in total. Quail Road gets one car a day, the mailman.
Yeah, I understand that, and
Road back there, yeah, I guess
a boat
there is.
launch,
I didn't
yeah.
even see that, yeah.
but that's actually a road, and it being a road means you're supposed to have 30 feet there from any kind of structure of this size, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't pursue it if I had to do that, it would be my driveway, so I.
Oh, yeah,
I wouldn't.
I understand, and okay. Your neighbors didn't have any problem with this, apparently, or they're not around anyways.
No, and they were all notified for the conservation hearing as well.
Well, not so much for here, and I understand that you say Quail Road doesn't get any traffic and all that, but, if we start to give relief for a building of this size to be 8 feet from a road layout, if that was another sideline, I'd feel a lot different. But the fact that it's a road, and again, what that can do to us in terms of people saying, well, you gave him that, and it was only 8 feet from the road, which we would not typically do, I recognize as a bit of a problem, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Okay. Anthony, questions?
More to Dick's point, is there a possibility of having a smaller shed there?
No, because it's basically, I don't consider that really big, given I have a 300-year-old barn at home, so when I move at some point, I have a lot of yard equipment, I have a lot of patio furniture, bikes, things like that. And it's a big enough area that aesthetically, that's the right size to look in there. My neighbor right behind me has a building that's almost the same size, almost the same side setback from Quail, Morrison, 18 Scallop. There's also a neighbor on Channel Point who built a 3-bay garage with an overhead great room and a pool off the back that's about 9 feet from their side neighbor on Channel Point. So it's not atypical, the types of outbuildings. I have the biggest lot in the neighborhood, so.
What, are you gonna have a door? You're gonna have a, do we have a picture of the shed?
I have a picture. Yeah, it's actually a,
It's an-
Sketch here.
Oh, right. Yeah, I have that in my packet. Let me
Yeah.
take a quick look at that.
it's got a double front door.
Yeah.
Right.
You want to take a look at the building?
Now, that is, that
That's different than
view
this.
is going to face into your backyard, right?
Yeah.
Is there any way we could turn that shed and face that towards the driveway? The only reason why I ask that question, I'm hearing some concerns from the board, is if you turn that, you would bring yourself off that Quail Road probably by another 8 feet.
Yeah, to turn, no, I wouldn't, I would not pursue the project. It just aesthetically would not look good facing my driveway. I want it to face the backyard so that it's facing where we have our backyard activity.
Okay. All right. Did I ask you if you had questions, Anthony?
You did. That was, I asked him questions about the location,
Oh, right, in a small.
size.
Right, okay. All right. Do we have any correspondence?
Other than the memo from the conservation agent, no.
Let me just take a look at that memo. I had it right in front of me here 2 seconds ago. What did I do with it? There we go. No, I don't. Dick, can I have your conservation memo?
I do.
I already got my.
Yeah.
All right, yes, we have a memo dated August 1st, 2025, from Joe Gerolimo, Conservation Agent, 55188, 24 Scollop Road. At its July 17th hearing, the Conservation Commission heard a request for determination of the applicability for the proposed installation of a 384 square foot shed within the LSCSF. The commission voted 6 in favor, none opposed, approving a motion to issue a -2 determination. The work described in the request is within the area subject to jurisdiction under the Act, but will not remove, fill, dredge, or alter the area. Therefore, said work does not require the filing of a notice of intent. The determination of applicability was issued on 7/24/25. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add at this time?
Nope.
Okay. All right, then we're going to close the, I don't see anybody, and we have nobody with their hands raised?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
I had another question, Sean.
go ahead.
if I could. Could I just see the picture of the shed, because that's a lot different than the schematic?
He
I
had
think
the
he's got
picture,
it, yeah.
actually. Here's the,
Not that I'm saying I don't like that even better, but.
yeah.
Yeah, this is just, this is, so this is like the outdoor, the exact size of the.
That's the exact size, okay. Okay. And this is the exact shed that you'll be building?
Yeah, so the idea is that it would be an enhancement to the property, because it's not your typical, one little door and a couple
I like
windows.
that better than this.
Yeah. It's just on the 16 by 24 footprint, so it's a,
Now, do you have a door on the gable end facing the driveway?
no, I didn't put a door in that.
Okay, all right. Okay,
It would just have 2 windows actually on that gable end.
okay. All righty. Did you need this back?
No,
Okay.
keep that.
Then we'll just keep it in our file. Is there anything else you'd like to add at this time?
Nope, I think that's it.
Okay, all right. Any other questions from board members? Hearing none, then I'm going to close the petition to public comment and open it up for board discussion. Anybody wish to begin a discussion on this matter?
Well,
Dick?
I'd like to be able to be in favor of this, but I'm just, I worry about this much relief. Yes, it's just a shed and so forth, but this much relief for this size build, if it was a 150 square feet or less, I'd be a lot more willing to look at that. I think Sean's suggestion of turning the shed toward Scallop Road and providing more setback from Quail Road would have been a good one. Yeah, I'm just having trouble being able to say yes to this because it's because of what what precedent that would lead to.
Okay. Anthony, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm with Dick on this. My preference would be to grant the ability to withdraw without prejudice and maybe come back with a smaller size or different oriented, less intrusive into the setback plan, but to give them the opportunity to do that. That'd be my preference. But as presented, I don't think I could vote in favor of it.
And I'm fine with that, too.
Okay, okay. Barbara, your thoughts?
No, I agree. I think there's enough room back there to orient this, in a better position, or slightly smaller shed. So I couldn't support it either.
Okay. Well, in order for you to be successful tonight, you need 4 out of 4 members. You need a unanimous vote. Right now, 3 out of the 4 are opposed to it. How I feel about it right now doesn't really make a difference, so I won't even chime in. But this is what I might suggest. If we take a vote tonight, and you don't get 4 votes, and it doesn't sound like you're gonna get it, then you will be precluded for 2 years from coming back with a similar petition. It's been suggested by one of the board members, and I think probably all of you, will allow you to withdraw your request for relief tonight for a variance without prejudice, which would allow you to come back before us. And the suggestion of the board is to come back with something different, either in size or in location.
So just so I'm clear on the quail setback, what would it need? Because I don't see a scenario where I'd go with a smaller building. That wouldn't work for what I'm doing, but what would the setback?
It needs a 30-foot setback,
What's that?
30 feet.
You are, I didn't, yeah, you would need.
So I
30.
couldn't reapply for variance of like 15 feet?
Well, you
It's-
can
it's-
apply for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, oh yeah, you can.
It's back further from the road, we may look at it a little differently.
Yeah, right now you're 8.
right.
I think the concern is you're just a little bit too close. That's why the suggestion, I know you don't want to turn it, but if you did, that would probably give you like 15,
Right.
which wouldn't give you the 30, but it would give you the 15, which would certainly mitigate our concerns, okay, by doubling your,
And if I didn't want to turn it, but still did the 15,
you mean if you came,
yeah, same position, same orientation, but just in 15.
okay,
My consideration there is, do I want to cut into my driveway to do it? But, maybe,
okay, well, let's poll the board. That's a good question. So how, and are you saying would you move off the other one? Or would you stay the 8 feet on the sideline?
I would,
Sideline, you're supposed to have 15, because you're on a wire 25, and that's a sideline setback. You're required to have 15, you're gonna have 8. Let me
Right.
ask the board, if the petitioner came back and moved it 15 feet off the rear, we'll call it the rear lot line, but it's actually, as Dick said, it's a front setback, because you got that
Right.
road that goes there, which to tell you the truth, should get you some sympathy, from the board, because we don't really have front-to-back streets, okay? And that street back there, there's no house really right around there, okay? The house is across the street, all right? So it's not like you're on your neighbor. It's just unfortunately, they ran a road up to the back of your lot line. So if the petitioner were to move that off 15 feet on the rear, and remain 8 feet on the side. How does the board feel about that? Anthony?
It's substantially better.
Okay.
If are we talking about to come back or to grant it tonight with that condition?
Well, we could talk about that, because
Yeah,
I don't want to have to bring him back if we're saying, because he says it's 8 feet now, if we're in agreement that we could live with 15 feet off the rear, let's call it the rear lot line. I don't want to call it a front, because it is a front, but it's really his rear lot line. So if he pulled it off 15 from the rear, he remained 8 off the side, is that something that the board would feel comfortable approving? I'll give you my 2 cents. I think I could support that. I think there's definitely a hardship, and I think it's owing to the shape of this lot. So I think there's an argument for him to meet the variance criteria, which I can talk about those requirements in a moment, but just in terms of the 15 feet off the back, 8 feet off the side, is that something that the board could approve?
Well, still have some reservations about it. I might be able to be convinced. You can't put it on the other side of the house anywhere, can you?
No.
It's a double lot.
Land over
It's
there.
in the wetland.
Is that getting into wetland?
Yeah.
I don't see a wet.
Dock and everything over there for you.
I know he's got a dock, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
all.
wetland buffer zone, when I had to redo the pier, that's what the as-built is
and
from, and the
that-
buffer
in
zone
fact, there's
goes.
a picture of it. Let me get you something to look at.
yeah. I mean, I know where it is, and I've been down there, and
See all this right here? He can't go anywhere in that.
is that showing?
Yeah, that's all his.
Oh, that's the actual,
He can't go
okay.
anything. So see, here's his house here. So even though he's got a lot of room, he's got a lot of wetland.
Right.
And so it's a little deceiving when you look at it on paper. So he really does have some limitations as to where this can go.
That's like probably about 100 feet from the
Yeah.
water line to the end of the buffer zone.
Yeah.
I could probably be convinced, personally.
Okay, so 15 off the rear, 8 off the side. Dick could support that. Barbara, your thoughts?
15 off the rear, I'm still bothered with the 8 off the side.
Well, he needs 15, and I was over there today, and
Yeah.
on the other side of that fence is not anybody for a long way away. Yeah, I mean, how far is that of the house? That house has got to be 100 feet away from you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 2
Yeah,
neighbors down.
I was over there today. I mean, to the
Yeah.
right, he doesn't really have, he's got just nothing but land over there.
Okay.
And it's never going to be, I don't ever see it being built on.
No, because that one runs front to back as well.
All right, I'm happy if we can at least move it a bit.
Okay. Anthony, how about your thoughts?
Yeah, I have the same hesitations that Dick and Barbara and everyone has expressed here, but the ability and willingness to work with us and make it a little bit more compliant. I agree with Sean that the shape of the lot is pretty unique and weird for the area. So in terms of our ability to draft up something that is proper, I think we have the grounds for that. But so your willingness to work gives me a little bit more ease to say that it's appropriate. So I could reluctantly be moved there tonight.
Okay. Well, this is what I'm hearing from the board, that if you pull that 15 feet off the back, we'll give you the 8 feet on the side. So just bring it, you're 8, add another 7 coming this way, the board can support that. So if we made a motion to approve the request for your relief, that you have to be at least 15 feet off that Quail Road lot line, and 8 feet off your sideline to the right. Can we make that happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll work.
Well, is anybody prepared to make a motion?
I'm silent.
Anthony?
I'm just trying to pull up I'm pulling up his application so I can read it in correctly. So I'd be prepared to make a motion that we grant a variance under Table 203.5, front and side yard setbacks, and that a shed be approved of the size 24 by 16 that is placed at least 15 feet in the setback for Quail Road and 8 feet along the eastern property bound.
Okay, so he's required to be at least 15 feet off the Quail Road setback, lot line, and 8 feet off his right side lot line. Correct, Anthony?
Correct.
Okay. Do we have a second to that motion?
I'll second.
We have a second by Barbara. Okay. And the discussion in terms of the criteria for a variance, I do think the petitioner meets the criterions for the variance. I think there is clearly a hardship here. I think the hardship is owing to the shape of the lot. I think that we can approve this, certainly, by not derogating from the purpose and intent of the bylaws approved by the voters of the town of Yarmouth. So I do think you meet the criteria for variance. And we have a motion made by Anthony, seconded by Barbara. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none. Anthony, how do you vote?
Aye.
Barbara?
Aye.
Dick?
With a certain reluctance, I will vote aye.
And I'm an aye as well, so that passes 4 in favor, none against. The variance is granted. As soon as, you may have heard this before, as soon as the decision is drafted, it will be filed with the town clerk. There's a 20-day appeal period that must lapse before we can issue you the variance. Once that's issued, we need you to register it at the Barnstable Registry of Deeds, record it, and then bring a copy back for our records. Okay? All right. Well, good luck with your project, and
Excellent, thank you. So will I just modify the information on the next step, which is the building permit?
what we're going to need from you is to have your engineer, we have an as-built here.
Yep,
We're going to need to have him draw in the shed and
Okay.
show exactly where it is off the lot line, so we know you're in compliance. So if you just go back to him and say, after you put the shed in, have him come back and shoot it with a transit. He'll tell you exactly where it is, and then he'll just put this on this plan. And you can bring this plan right over here. He can do it right on this plan if he wants to.
oh, okay,
Okay? You don't have to have some all brand-new one. Just have him pull this one up and have him stick the shed in the back corner.
Okay,
And just
great.
give us the measurements. All righty?
sounds good.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and best of luck.
All right, take care. Okay.
Thanks for working with us.
Okay. Do we have minutes?
Is it, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Is it okay for us to say that there's a hardship there when he's building a brand-new structure, twice
Well,
the
he's
size of
asking
an
for a
existing structure?
variance, and the hardship has to be owing to one of 3 things: shape, topography, or soil conditions. Those are the only 3 hardships you can have. The hardship here is the shape of his
Isn't it?
lot. It can be financial or otherwise, but it's owing.
I thought the variance, they had to meet.
Let's get it out right
Oh.
here. Let's get the exact language. I mean, little lady's already gone, but since we're on the subject, let's go over it.
All get educated.
And that's in 102. I may have not said everything, but literal enforcement of the provisions of this bylaw would involve a substantial hardship, financial or otherwise. So it's either a financial hardship or otherwise. The otherwise is he can't put his shed on his property. That shed. Okay.
I'm
Now,
not sure that's a hardship,
well,
though.
wait a minute, though. Yeah, but wait a second, though. You see, you can't look at it in terms of the actual building itself,
Yep.
because this
Yeah.
is what the hardship has to be. The hardship is owing to circumstances relating to soil conditions, shape or topography of such land or structures, and especially affecting such land or structures, but not affecting generally the zoning district which is located, which it doesn't really affect the zoning district. But the hardship here is the
Doesn't it have to be
shape
all
of the
three?
lot. No, just one of three.
Oh, is this one of those?
Just one of the three, either the soil conditions, shape, or topography. In this case, I suggested, and apparently the board agreed, that the hardship was owing to the shape of the lot, and the shape of the lot, or you actually could have also argued that it was the soil conditions, because the soil conditions, the hardship would have been because he can't put it where he would have met his setbacks because his requirements to be away from the wetlands. So soil conditions were as well. So you could have had two hardships, one soil conditions and one shape. I argued at the shape of the lot.
I'm okay. Not thrilled, but okay.
All right, well, no, that's okay. All right, just so we're, and minutes?
We do have minutes. At least 3 of the members were here.
Okay. What is the date of the minutes?
July 24th, 2025.
July 24th? Barbara, you making a motion to approve the minutes of
Sure.
July
I
24th?
make a motion to approve the minutes from July 24th.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Dick. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of approving the minutes of July 24th, 2025, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Anything else?
That's it, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Oh, I was waiting for that second.
Gotta be there somewhere.
All of a sudden, there was silence there. I thought everyone wanted to hang around. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Recording stopped.